Five ways people show love. Sino ba ang ayaw mahalin? Lahat tayo gusto makadama ng pagmamahal. There are some instances sa ating buhay na we feel love or we feel unloved. Bakit kaya nangyayari ito? Sometimes, ine-expect natin ang isang bagay na gawin sa atin. But we get frustrated along the way kasi iba yung ine-expect mo sa binibigay sa'yo. You would oftentimes tell your husband or your wife or your special someone, even your families and children. Well, we end up feeling annoyed or frustrated. We want our relationship, especially our marriage, to last forever. Walang gusto ng broken family or broken relationships. But the question is, what went wrong? Simply because we are not speaking or giving their love language. Bawat isa sa atin ay may iba't ibang paraan sa pagsushow ng ating pagmamahal. We call it love language. Every one of us has a different way of showing and receiving one's love. It is very important to know the love language of your husband, your wife, your partner, your children, your parents, to avoid discontentment, disappointment that would lead to destruction. The question is, how do they show love? And here are the ways or five love languages of people. The first love language is we have thanks or receiving gifts. Gifts is a pretty straightforward love language. You feel love when people give you gifts because gifts are visual symbols of love, according to Gary Chapman. Hindi naman ibig sabihin na materialistic ka or material person when you love or one way your love language is things. It's not about the monetary value, but the symbol thought or symbolic thought behind the gift. People with this style recognize and value the gift giving process. People whose love language is receiving gifts enjoy or feel happy being gifted, something that is both physical and meaningful. You feel happy every time you receive a gift. Hindi naman ibig sabihin mamahaling gift. Pwedeng pag ikaw ay nagbakasyon, then may pasalubong ka. The present itself is nice, but it's really the thought behind it, behind the gift that really counts. It's just that the gift, it's just a symbol that you remember someone or you are thinking about the person, which fills you with love. Pwedeng the best gifts are the meaningful one, yung tulad ng surprise gift. It strengthens the bond and builds a deeper connection for you. Kasi kapag naalala mo, ibig sabihin, importante yung tao sa'yo. So those days are extra special, especially during holidays, birthdays, or anniversaries. These days are really special. And you love using those days as a reminder of your commitment and love. So, the first one, love language, is the gesture of giving gifts or receiving gifts, which demonstrate that you are being cared, prized, and really honored. Language is what we call talk or words of affirmation. People with words of affirmation as a love language, they value verbal acknowledgement of affection. Gusto nilang marinig laging nag-I love you ka or ina-appreciate mo ang bawat ginagawa nila, yung simpleng pagluto, sasabihin mo, ang sarap naman ng luto mo. Or even digital communication, yung like texting or social media engagement. Whether written or spoken, shows of affection that matter the most to these people who have this kind of love language. People feel love or appreciated when you acknowledge and praise their achievement, their efforts, and you recognize them by giving kind words. You let them know that they are valued, and because of that, they are happy. It shows that they are paying attention, which helps them cherish the most, or they feel valued, and you take time to thoughtfully reflect and comment on something positive that you notice while they're doing something. Especially when your husband or your wife, even just to say thank you feel recognized, or you feel they feel love, or your partner or your husband or wife feel love, and you affirm or approve what they are doing. The third love language is no other than time. I am giving you my time and undivided attention. Ito yung you feel loved the most and adored when your partner actively wants to spend time with you and always hang out with you. This is also applicable with your friends and even family members. You love you love it when they listen to you well with an eye contact and full presence and prioritize your relationship. Kahit pa maupo lang, kakain, magkakape, this love language is all about giving your undivided attention to that one special person without the distraction of cell phone, television, or any other interference. You have the strong desire to spend time with the person you love and having meaningful conversation or sharing your goals, your dreams, or recreational activities. Okay na sa inyo yung maupo lang kayo and then chika-chika about anything under the sun. You make time with the person and you prioritize the schedule and you don't cancel plans. Para sa'yo, ang pinaka-importante would create or build good memories and special moments together. Sharing new experiences would mean the world to you. Para sa'yo, time is precious and it's meaningful to spend time every second of your time together. Happy ka na at contented kahit ba maupo lang kayo, walang ginagawa, titingin sa kawalan, pero you spend time focusing together whatever you have in mind. The fourth T is tasks or acts of service. For some people, action speak louder than words. If your love language is acts of service, you value your partner or your husband or your wife if they goes out of their way to make your life easier. Yung bang ipagluluto ka kapag may sakit ka, titimplahan ka ng kape sa umaga, ipaglalaba ka, especially when you are so busy at work. This love language is for people who believe that actions speak louder than words. Unlike those who prefer to hear how much they cared for, merong ibang tao na they best thing that they would be feel appreciated or loved when you do smaller and bigger chores to make their lives easier or gawin mong komportable ang kanilang buhay, and they really cherish that. You take care of them, you support your partner, and then pinapagaan mo ang buhay dahil tinutulungan ka sa mga gawaing bahay. Kahit pa mga simpleng bagay lang. Ipagluluto ka, bibigyan ka ng tubig, So it means a lot when someone follows through on something, especially if they were paying attention and stepped in to help. Kapag ginagawa ito ng iyong husband or iyong partner, nagbibigay ng atensyon sa maliliit na bagay, para kang isang feeling mo ikaw ay isang diyosa na pinagsisilbihan. Your thin talk is cheap. Para sa'yo, action means everything. You need someone to come through and to know you na kailangan ay yung maaasahan mo. Show, not tell. You love when your husband or your wife steps in to do little things and make everything easier for you. Yung lahat ng pagod mo, yung lahat ng stress mo ay nawawala kasi andyan sila taking their time off and then giving it easily for you. Yung maliit na bagay na ginagawa nila para makatulong sa'yo ay nakapagpapasaya sa'yo. Huwag mo nang asahan na sila ay magbibigay pa ng mga regalo sa'yo kasi para sa kanila ang pagsisilbi ay mas mabuti na yon na pinapakita kesa naman sa mga regalo na natatanggap mo. And the fifth T is no other than touch, or what we call physical touch. I am loved when you hold me and hug me. To this person, nothing speaks more deeply than appropriate physical touch. People with physical touch as their love language feel love when they receive physical signs of affections like holding hands, cuddling on the couch, kissing, not just sex. For them, physical intimacy and touch could be an affirmation that you love them. And it's a powerful emotional connector for people with this kind of love language. Especially for children, they feel love when you embrace them, even in the midst of the people around them. Before they sleep, you kiss them. So there is what we call people felt deep affection and love for the parents when they are held, kissed, or touched. Sabihin man natin, there are people who would like to communicate their appreciation by patting you at the back kapag may problema ka, or telling you to, not saying anything, but just holding you and trying to comfort you with their hands, warmth and comfort that comes with physical touch. When they consent to it, they feel appreciated when they are hugged, kissed, or cuddled. You look forward to hugs, embraces, kissing, cuddles. So walang makakatatalo sa klase ng touch or physical